Where is my... All right. Crazy artwork you did there last night, there, brother.
Which one?
It's pretty badass.
Which one?
Well, is that the artwork for the book? Is that the outline?
Yeah, there's two different covers that I was working on to figure out which one to use. And then I was looking at different layouts or templates for trying to make it not boring and still have it look clean.
Yeah.
So, which is, I like the gold font, but I don't know if that's going to work for, I might have to change it. So I've been messing around with it. I think the cover is solid. The one with the trees. I think I might change.
It is badass. But
Yeah.
it's, well, my father, he used to have I can't find my fucking tripod. That's what I'm sorry, I'm walking around everywhere and you guys are like, dude, tell that fucker to stay still. I can't.
You saw the comment, right?
Oh, dude. No, I didn't see the comment, but I can imagine. So, I don't know where it is. Did I put it here? I want to try something today. All right. I know what I'm doing.
I think that'll work better. So that's what I've been messing with that for. When we got back, we went out to dinner last night. Alicia asked me what I wanted to eat, and I was like,
is that a mirror or a door?
That's a door. So one of them's a doorway. I'm going to do another one with a mirror and figure out which one I like the best. Or I might end up using all of them because it won't be the last book. So
Volume 1, my brother.
What's that?
I said I love it. Volume 1.
Yeah. Well, I didn't realize how long it had gotten because it's only supposed to be like 13 pages is what I was thinking.
What were you trying to make, a little notebook type?
A little booklet, but it's going to end up being a lot more than that. So I don't know, because this one right here, this little booklet's it's 45 pages.
Which one? The Millionaire booklet by Cardone?
So I actually only got that on ebook, and I think I read it in 15 minutes.
I actually bought it physically.
I don't know how many pages that is. It was short.
But I lost it.
But I was like, oh, ebooks are short, blah. 15, 20 pages. And then the intro is 2 pages. So maybe I'll have to make the font smaller or something. I don't know. But
because I told you I was going to, but I still haven't sat down and I haven't reread or see how I can alter my ebook.
Yeah.
I haven't read it yet. I've read it, but I haven't, you know what I mean? Trying to change it, modernize it, or alter it. No.
How long ago did you write it?
4 years ago.
Books are timeless.
Not these things. These are personalized, though. For example, in my book, I put in there, sometimes you put in there things that are important, but those links probably don't work anymore. You know what I mean? That's the only thing. Because in my book, I show people how to become an aircraft mechanic for free and how they can obtain all this material for free.
How the fuck did you not put that out?
I did. For free, dude. I put it out for free. Well, here's the thing. I never launched it. I put it to the drive, and then what I ended up doing is whenever somebody needed information, I used it as a pamphlet. That's what I did.
You can legit upload that thing to freaking Amazon KDP.
So it's done, and it's got links in there. I need to go back in. There's got links where you can go to these websites and just download all the material, all of it. It's just up to you to read it, but you have everything. And then tie it up with the fact that it's not on my testing school, is not on that other website anymore. Now that everything is free on YouTube. So those are things that I need to change on that book. But I was going to go make my book physical. I was going to make a commercial. I was going to go in there and go into the guys that are really working. I was going to just walk up to any shop and just basically say, hey, man, you mind if I record you for a little bit for whatever? No. A lot of guys are like, I don't give a fuck. Recording for a little bit, record different cool projects, and then just make 5 minutes, say, hey, man, what's going on? My name is Nestor. I am the created aviator school. It's free. Here's the booklet. You can have the booklet for free if you go here, or I can just send it to you for $10. So that's what I wanted to do next. So just pay shipping for $10.
Gotta finish.
Thank you for that, because you're the first person who's ever said. I've told a lot of people about my book. It's up. I'll send it to you right now. It's up. I have it, but I just have to update it.
Yeah.
And it's literally my 3-minute commercial of aviator school, of how I started and why and what I did, and this is how to do it for free. And it's pretty easy.
That's what I did yesterday while I was at work, was write, because I sat in the truck for hours and did nothing. Yeah.
I'll do it later. Right.
Because I had to be there early to get that stuff there for those guys to work on it. And I did spend some time running around town because...
What time did you finish yesterday?
I finished cutting the grass by 6:00 last night. So
so you were done with work.
I left at 5. So,
well, that's still a 12-hour day.
But they did upgrade my pay. So that hit last night, and I was like, "Oh, good. I don't have to
go chase him, motherfucker. I gotta go find a job."
Well, that's what like I was talking to one of the supervisors yesterday. He was like, "That's what he does." I was like, "I gave him a date, so if you give me a deadline, I have to meet it. So I expect the same." And I guess he had the same mentality with that, which is good. So, but I was thinking about that yesterday too when I was doing the stuff that I didn't want to do. I was like, how many people start a job part-time and end up on salary with all the extra benefits in 9 months? So I was like, I'll take that as a testament to my growth over the years, which are pretty cool. But
that makes a lot of sense. For example, I got called into the dumbest motherfucking meeting ever. So I'm not a special guy. I just handle my things differently than most people, right? I'm definitely not a great mechanic. I am a fantastic problem solver. I know my way through basic mechanics. I know my way through basic electricity. I can defend, I can chase, I can defend. I'm okay. But I am not that. And yesterday I got called into a meeting that all they talked about was schedules. We got to put you on a schedule. You're not calling.
No.
I'm looking around going, and then I look at, I call her Mama Bear. She's the only reason I'm with that company. I love her to death. Her name is Tracy. She started as an employee. Now she's part owner. Well, she's a sister to one of the owners, right? But she bought herself in. She paid for herself to come in. So nice. She's the reason that I'm probably still there is probably her. Because in the beginning, she's the one who made sure that I stuck around when I was working for them exclusively and so forth. So yesterday she's talking and she's putting on schedules and she's looking at me and she's looking like this. And she's talking to everybody and she's looking at me. And then at the end of everything, it was dumb as there's a couple guys in there that are just like me. One of them is a little younger. The other one is a little older. But it's just, and these are great mechanics. Dude. Oh my God. I call them for help. There was 4 mechanics there that are completely independent and looking at me, and then we were all looking at each other going, this isn't good. 2 of the other ones said, oh, whatever. But there was a lot of mixing, because what happens is they've been turning away. These people are anticipating such a busy season. I told you it was going to be busy.
Yeah, you did, because it's going to be diverted.
Exactly. Just because it's going to be diverted. Dude, Palm Beach, do me a favor. He talked about it. I never looked it up. What does it mean when an airport is Schedule C? Is it coming up? Anyway, they're anticipating such a fucking traffic so busy. The airport's gonna be busy as fuck by end of January. It's gonna be insane to work out of fucking dude. They're talking about the heightened security. They're talking about the FBI. Excuse me, the FBI. Not the FBI. Why would the FBI? I think he said FBI, but it just doesn't make sense unless they're acting as a sheriff. But that's what the sheriff is for. Never mind. Say definitely security. What do you call it? Special security, social security. What do you call it? The security service, secret service. Those guys, the support people, and then I guess the sheriff would be the other one. They're all walking around, regularless and in regular civilian clothing, no badges. Showing their badges because they're looking for security threats. They're looking for on the airport. They're looking to take down anything and everybody. You know what I mean? I type deal. They're looking for. It sucks to work like that, dude. Of course, everybody's gonna want to work outside and then take the airplanes away. Just to get in the fucking airport, you got to go through one door, and they gotta sniff you.
He said, you got one point of entry. That's it.
You got one point of entry. Yeah,
that's
not good. You're waiting in line to get in, and yeah. So anyway, that being said, they're all talking about schedules. They're worried because they've been turning down work too, though. And they take the work and then they call people for fucking available. And since there's no commitments on time frames, I guess everybody was busy. It happens, but that's why they want to tie in a certain key people to a minimum of 3 days a week. Commit. I can't. I'm going to be the fucking last person on that list if I ever have to. I need to avoid that by all costs. I don't know. Maybe listen. I
thought you're a contractor.
Nobody, dude. I am just. Call me, see if I'm available. That's exactly how it works. That's exactly how it's been working.
You carry your own, everything is you. So why would they have the thought?
There's two ways. I can carry my own insurance.
Okay.
My own drug and alcohol program.
Okay.
And I can all myself, which I've done. And my fee would be absorbent amount. It would not be able to negotiate with another shop. Dude, the insurance on this is roughly 10 grand a month.
Sounds like typical bullshit.
Insurance, dude, would be like something like, you see what I'm saying? Yeah. Dude, when this is part of the whole reason why I came into this field, insurance part, because I would have seen all these things, dude. And that's the one reason why I opened up. And I ended up pursuing aviator insurance. And I know the premiums are outrageous.
Yeah.
Then we start talking about insurance, dude.
There's
the schedules. I didn't want to go down that hole. That's why I stopped myself. I was like, no. Then the other thing is the insurance is expensive.
You already jumped down two holes. You were talking the conversation originally started because I talked about the growth going from being a part-time employee to management in 9 months. And then you're like, yeah, that's a lot. And then you started talking about them trying to put you on a schedule. I don't ever think you got to a point.
Yeah, my point is that's what they were trying to do. They're still trying to do. And the point, and because I'm nobody, dude. But I've been there nobody for 10 years more. Just been chilling, doing my own thing for about 10 years. And they want to screw me down, and I don't want to do that. They want to hold me down, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
All right. I got my coffee. Go ahead.
I said, I get it. I do. Yeah.
Probably think that I'm, that fucking guy. No, to me, it has a purpose. Where's the fucking purpose? My freedom is, I don't know.
No, I get it because I look at the fact of me having a W-2 for the first time in I don't know how long, and looking at the ridiculous amount of taxes that I won't be able to write off. Well, at least up front, it'll come off. But pay $3,000 a month in taxes, and I was just doing the math yesterday. I was like, it's fucking insane. Stop this. That just gives me more incentive to make sure I offset that with expenses on the other side of the businesses, so I can try and level off what they're taking from me. But even in all actuality, I still don't even get it back because I'm still paying them. Well, So like, if we're paying more than that, I'm gonna add the $600 that I'm paying in back taxes every month too. So that's $3,600 a month in taxes. Some people don't even make that in a fucking month, and it's being sucked out of our household. It's fucking infuriating.
Oh my God, it's $36,000 a year. Oh, that hurts.
Chew on that for a minute. It's fucking infuriating. I said something to my wife about it last night, and she was like, "Yep, that's all I can say." Yeah, $43,000 a year, $43,200 a year in tax revenue coming out of this household. We're not rich. You think I could use that fucking damn near 50 grand a year and get ahead? So, yeah, that's disgusting.
That thing does suck.
What's that?
I said that is horrible.
So I'll figure out a way to offset that somehow. I just haven't figured it out yet. I figured out how to offset the income from the other things to where it's pretty much a net on everything after expenses, but still, it's too much. How was your day outside of your bullshit meeting?
Grabbed two airplanes, one of which, hold on for a second. Fuck, hold on. And go. Hold on. Is it switching over?
It should. If you hit switch and not join, if you have a Zoom account, I assume.
I do, but I logged into it. I just clicked your link.
Yeah, if you log in, it'll stay logged in on your device, and you can legit switch back and forth from devices.
Wait. Oh, there's three people on here? It shows three participants.
It's probably your other guy. Let's see here. Sebastian Cadena. Yeah. Your audio's not connected and your camera's off. That's why you can't see yourself.
This thing is just, it still says connecting. That's weird. Oh, no, that's not it. What the fuck is this? I'm going to X out of this bitch. Okay. Avid. Oh, quit. Yes, dude. Hold on. I think I am. Let's see.
That's what editing's for. Look here.
Okay. Connecting. That's weird. It just says connecting. It's not connecting. Yeah. Whatever. Anyway. Yeah, so I just go like this. You guys have seen me like this for fucking ever. I'm not going to change now. I'm serious. I'm fuck. You know, started like this, and now I'm going into my office. I'm starting to use my office more.
Yeah, good. I was sitting in my work office, and my desk is essentially the exact same footprint, except for like the area you can actually slide underneath. It's not a bookshelf, and it's spotless. And I'm there for a significant amount of time. I'm looking at this pigsty in here, and I think that's what I'm going to have to do this weekend is this guy up, and I'm going to make the artwork for the wall behind me, I think, is what I'm going to do this weekend after because we have that, the Ed Milet and John Maxwell and Tim Tebow.
Tickets.
Yeah.
That's tomorrow? Oh, dude, that's going to be an exciting fucking Sunday morning conversation.
Yeah. A good one. Logan Saunders is actually going to be there as well, him and his fiance. We ran into them at a Friendsgiving last weekend. He's like, I'm surprised you're going to that. I was like, why? He's like, well, I'm going to prospect and meet new people. Why are you going? It's like the same reason why I do everything, because I want to grow. Like literally the purpose of these events.
So
so people that go to the 10X conference.
So primarily, his primary goal is to recruit, not just to grow.
Right. And I was just like, they always say you have to have a recruiter's mentality if you want to build organizations like that. And I think like you're going to get a lot out of it if you're about it. But then I had no desire to chase people. And hey, there's a Primerica lady in the freaking dealership the other day handing out business cards, like in the waiting room, handing out her business cards and offering financial services to strangers. No, I was like, I wonder how well it works. Like, if somebody walks up to me and hands me a business card and wants to talk to me about investing, I don't know. You probably can't have on a members only jacket with some cheap pants and cheap shoes, but I just don't. You never know. That's just my mentality. So, like, you better be like, fuck doing that. And she was not. And I was like, oh yeah, no, I'm licensed with the company you guys hate. And she's like, oh, okay. Well, where are you licensed? I was like, I'm still licensed in 22 states. They're starting to fall off now, though. She's like, oh, you can just leave me alone now. I'm cool. Like, write my book. Thank you. But I just don't have that mentality. That's not what I'm here for. I want to make money. I don't want to, yeah, I want to get, like, I want to be able to pay people and give them jobs. I think it would be a really cool thing to be able to say, yeah, I'm responsible for the households of people and putting food on their table and all that stuff. I mean, planning for their future and their retirement. It's a cool thing, but that's a shit ton of responsibility.
I just thought of something while you were telling me your story about the lady and the not so business satire, pitching the dream of being a financially free. Son's an idiot.
Something what?
My son is an idiot.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You know how much money there is on the back end of a life insurance commission? It's really significant. It is close to, if not at least another, almost 100%. So in other words, on a life insurance policy, there is close to an average of 2 years fucking commission. And there's only of 2 years premium commission. And agents only see up to 100 of it.
Yeah.
The agency sees everything else. And it's in their power, in their rights. The agency gets everything, 150, 100, whatever it fucking is. Companies will be less or whatever it is. And then from there, you dictate what your guys get. And I was thinking about that the other day because Sebastian hasn't taken the reins on the life. He hasn't pulled the trigger on the life insurance stuff yet. He considers he's still learning. Because all I got to do is he's missing out on some money. Is what I'm doing. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. You're chewing on that, making you think a little bit.
It's something you said sparked that. You know what I mean? Like financial services, but that's what we came into because these boys look sharp. They're becoming what they are. Fucking salesmen. You know what I mean? But still needs to. Of course, I keep forgetting he's still a fucking baby, 21-year-old baby.
When I was writing yesterday, I was actually recalling like one of those training sessions and how I got good because I was talking about and consistency and doing some role playing. It was like before I'd taken a step back, and it was one of the guys that was in the business when I first started at the office around the corner when we still were in person for everything. And he was sitting on Zoom, and we're going through the role play, overcoming objections, and like I'm sitting here doing Daniel, so you fidget a lot. So I'm not even looking at the screen. I'm like kicking my feet in the chair. I'm messing with the dog. I'm listening and I'm going through the objections. And when we got done, it was like, like what you guys learned as we went through that interaction. He's like, dude, you don't even pay attention. What are you talking about? He's like, you are granola. And when he's like, when I say granola, he's like, I'm natural as fuck. He's like, you are playing with your dog. You're not even, I was like, dude, it's just so ingrained. I was like, I learned the presentation. Like I would legit sit in the shower in the morning when I was getting ready, when I was still trying to wake up. When I was brushing my teeth, I had the little closing drawings on the mirror, and I would be brushing my teeth.
Dry erase.
Yeah, no, they were on the yellow pads. I had the paper taped to the mirror. My wife hated it for so long. She was pissed. And she was like, are you done with these yet? I was like, yeah, I think I got it. But the level of commitment that it takes, exceptional at something. Like, see the polished work at the end, but like, about it like sucked so bad in the beginning, it was insane.
Well, of course. We stumbled through our words.
So bad. Like I couldn't sit at a desk across from one person without like pouring sweat. Like I couldn't get the words out. And then now, like beginning of us starting this, amount that my speech patterns have changed in something days. They're freaking nuts. like be painful for me to listen to and to edit. I'm like, I fucking hate this. It sounds so bad. Like the sound you make when you're thinking, like, and all that stuff stop. So it's interesting to me what happens when you engage in something consistently. How much better you get at it, even if you suck in the very beginning.
Well, it's just like everything. We're not born knowing it all. You just have to work on it. And
Yeah.
the more we work on it, the more we refine ourselves. There isn't anything we cannot do. Now, we may be physically challenged, but technically, there isn't anything we cannot do. Great example. You're right-handed or left-handed?
Right.
Have you ever tried writing with your left?
Yeah.
Of course you have. Everybody has, right? How does it look?
It is not as polished as the right.
How far off does it
Significantly. Yeah, no, it's a pretty night and day.
How many years have you been writing with your left hand?
Years? You're talking about minutes.
I rest my case. You see what I'm saying? How can we expect I'm 46.
How could you never remember how old you are? Yes, you're 46. Oh my goodness. It helps with mental clarity as well, by the way.
Thank you. And I hope to be free. Anyway, listen, 46 years old. And how can I expect the change or to make good? How can I expect my left hand to work as well as my right hand if I've been writing with my right for 46 years? And the other one, I've only been writing for maybe 3 hours. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Years of everything, right? Compared to maybe 3 hours. I'll tell you one thing though. I am extremely strong with my left. Extremely strong. My left, I am extreme. I can kick. I can center. I can pass. I can dribble, all with my left. My right foot is extremely powerful. My left is precise and powerful. I can pick a point on the fucking goal and kick a soccer ball in that direction, which that would be my free throws, my free kicks in soccer are done with my left because it's pinpointed, like precise. I know, right? My right is just wild, has no direction. Well, once again, I actually started to work on my left a little bit and realized, holy shit, this side of my body is really fucking kicker. That way, how can we not? I started saying that. It's like, how can we can't just all of a sudden change? We can't all of a sudden get better. We can just take notes and work on it consistently over time. Things have a greater return. Something you can just work on a little bit and it's just boom, be huge. Here's an example too. Asshole, and you're looking to make yourself not be such an asshole so your wife can love you more. Cool. Whatever. You work on yourself, you better yourself, you become a better husband to her, thus making her much better. This is pretty much why we began all that. But it's the same thing, falls in the same principles. You have to work on it very little bit. And that one right there takes a minimal effort, a lot of gains. While I can't really say drawing with my left hand or painting or sculpturing with my left hand, that's going to take a lot more refining. It's a lot more refining. Yeah, I think that was a pretty good thing.
Yeah, no, it's spot on.
Also, I told my wife one time too, I said, listen, please bear with me because you got 42 years of mistakes inside me. So please bear with me. All right, please continue.
I was just thinking about the level of, because like unconscious competence. I've only heard one other person outside of where I learned it from, and I don't remember where I learned it from. Marketing company. It's funny enough. A really young guy too. He was probably, I was like 31 and he was probably 33. But he was talking about when you start something, you're consciously incompetent. Like you suck and you, that's why it's uncomfortable. And then when you start to be consciously competent, where it's like you're making the effort, you're growing in the area, and then ultimately, after side of it is that you can do it in your sleep. You're unconsciously competent, or it's just like it comes out. Like I don't even know where that came from. That's there is definitely the process, and people expect to be at that level without the work. They want to be the natural. They want the rewards. And it goes with everything. It doesn't matter what anything that you decide to undertake. Like no matter what direction you go in, you start something. It's very rare that you're just phenomenal at it. Like when I like new positions, perfect example. Like you can try it out, see if you like it. What does it have to do with anything? It doesn't matter if I like it. I have to learn it because it's going to progress the bank account. Like, here to have fun. Like the truck is cool, but I want to be there. So if I don't want to do this, what makes you think that me not wanting to do that's going to make much of a difference? So I just have to learn it, and it freaking sucked. It still sucks. Like, yeah, all right. So we need you to measure how many linear feet of pipe are on this blueprint. Okay. Then I need you to tell me how many connections have to be made for that linear feet, and then make sure that we have the right stuff ordered. Do you have a list? Yeah, the guy that does those plans, the estimator, he doesn't add all that stuff. He just gives us a budget for it. So wait, so you guys estimate a job that's millions of dollars, and the person that's estimating it doesn't do the takeoff to see exactly what's needed. So you play in the gray area. And he's like, yeah, we don't appreciate that side of it. And it's like, I have this position. That's why this position was created. Because they have people that don't do their job, which is pretty shitty. You just fucking fire them and fire somebody else, in my opinion, but whatever. So I kid you not. I went through here and I was like, the different pipe runs, and like, a manhole over here that has a line going to it. If you follow it back across the page, there's a fucking pipeline that is like fucking feet long that wasn't labeled. So that means that it wasn't accounted for. And the supplies. And so like, it's like, oh yeah, well, I thought I was done with this, but nope, just keep on fucking around. It's already doubled what was on the list that was needed. And but being able to sit there and figure out what has to be done to make that work. Like this file over here, start clicking through, looking for it. Hey, have you seen this file? Well, yeah, it should be in here. And then she's doing the same thing that I'm doing, clicking, looking for it. And everybody has to go through the same freaking process of like, yeah, I have to find it. Somebody has to do the work. Somebody has to do the groundwork, legwork, whatever it is. Like you can't just shortcut it. So you might as well be the person that's going to do it first. I guess is where I'm going with that, because like I'd say, hey, so do you know where I can find this? Like in here. Click. Oh yeah, I know what I was doing. I'm gonna go back to my office, keep on doing it. Well, I'll help you. Like doing the same thing I was fucking doing over there in the corner. Why am I gonna waste your time? Keep on fucking doing what I was doing. If you don't know where it is, just tell me. I'll keep on doing it. Yeah. And I found out that dude, I've been out of that truck for like, I hired that guy a couple weeks ago, and I get in there and fucking like all stuff's broken.
I know. That's why I did it.
Why?
You haven't figured it out.
Oh, I didn't fucking touch this thing. So you have the sneaking suspicion that you just never fucked it up. I'm taking this with me today now. You're going to take away from my writing. I'll have to figure it out. When my wife got it for me for Christmas, and excuse for everybody that's not
Watching this, yeah.
And my level of frustration is because I opened it up and I went to turn it. She snatched it out of my hand. And I was like, what the fuck? And she starts spinning and fucking it up. And I was like, why would you do that? And she was like, because if I let you do it yourself, you'll figure it out before you get started. And I was like,
no, you won't.
I was like, I just need to know how it turns. But
yeah,
yeah, no, she just snatched it. She's like, you'll figure it out before you get started.
That's funny.
But no, the fucking I was listening to one of our episodes that I'm editing right now.
Okay.
People that bitch about their fucking problems all the time.
Oh god, yeah.
And I'm thinking about the level of disdain that I have for the new truck driver and how he's already fucking up shit. And I want to fire him, but if I fire him, then I have to do the driving full time until he finds somebody else. So, yeah, the mechanic has to meet me on site to fix things that are broken on the truck. He's only been in it for 3 weeks. I'm fucking pissed. I was like, how did I operate that vehicle for 9 months without having any issues? And then somebody else gets in it for the night guy ripped the boards off the trailer that I replaced 3 months ago. Yeah, he got a hook. I know how it happened. The hook got stuck in there. And instead of paying attention, they just
Drove up.
Yeah. I know exactly how that happened. I don't know how the guy ripped the tarp on the top of the truck outside of dumping it with the tarp down. So I'm driving because I thought I was losing my shit because like my vision's kind of crazy. I see everything. And so I see this thing like in the wind and it was gone. I was like, I'm seeing ghosts. So then day goes on and I get on the interstate, the sun's setting, coming down on this side. And so perfectly, I can see this thing just flapping in the wind behind the truck. And it's the freaking tarp that has a massive hole in it to where it's just fluttering. It's like, well, it wasn't ripped last week. There's only been one person in the truck, so I know it happened. And I'm just like, it's an hour of the mechanic's time, and like I can find a cheap one for probably $150. So I was just like, yeah. I replaced it myself when I started because it was ripped when I started. So yeah, okay. It's like, and then so these are now my problems: is work stuff and dealing with employees and have to manage Daniel's expectation for them to have some semblance of excellence in their fucking life and not be douchebags. And I just have to understand that that's not the way it's going to work. Now you got me. I'm so aggravated with you right now.
Choose a color. What?
So now this is going to sit in the back of my head.
Choose a color.
Orange.
All right, so it means we're going to start with orange. We're going to make sure that the orange is all said and done. You know which side is orange. Center never rotates.
That's funny.
That right there gave you 90% of the solution. The rest of it, well, I gave you at least 75. So, for example, that's orange, right? And you see how it goes connected? So that means that one is in the correct spot. That one has never moved. See, it's yellow. See what I'm saying? So that you have to make sure that they all go in the same place. So, example, see that one's right there, green, blue. So here I need a green, right? So basically, the thing that we need to do the most is a green, white. This one. Let me see, orange. We're doing orange. You said you were doing orange, right?
We're doing orange.
Okay. This. See? Yellow, blue, orange. Okay. Very simple. Then you go this one. Then you got the white. Now we got blue, white, right? So we're doing that first. And then look at that. Now we got white, blue. See? Now that you have the cross, then you have to work on the edges, right? So, like, for example, this one here says, oh, I'm orange. Yeah, but are you really? You see the white, this green needs to be there, and this needs to be here. How the hell am I going to flip that thing? Well, there is a way to flip it. There is a way. There's just a way to, where is it? Here it is. Yeah. Now I have here, for example, this corner done. Yellow, blue, orange. See? And then we do this side here. It's like this, right? So now I got yellow, orange, blue, white, orange. But now I got 2 rows done. I'm still missing this row, the final ones. But this one is okay. So then I go there and here. So now the first row is done, right? Now I flip it over. I'm done with this. I don't need to touch this anymore. I just got to work on these 2. Well, it's the same thing. The center ones, now I'm working on the second row, on this row. This is the one I'm working on. So
you have to work on the outside row. And then
you work your way from down up.
I was sitting there messing with mine, didn't realize you already completed the orange side. I'm still fighting with it.
Yeah. So then here, example, see, now I already have this one done. Oh, this one's wrong. Okay, let's find this one. Where is it? It's right here. So if I go like this, so now I have two, right?
This
Oh,
thing is.
that is wrong. So then this one here. I'm listening.
This is just crazy to me that I'm sitting here fighting with this at 6:05 in the morning and didn't realize what time it was.
Oh, and then I have a mistake here. Look at that. That one hasn't been touched yet. So then we touch this one and we do it like this. Okay.
Jesus,
So now we have two rows done
that's crazy.
and the
Yeah.
orange.
Nice.
I haven't touched it. So it's 6 o'clock. You got to go, and I'm going to leave it like that.
Yeah, leave it like this.
I'm going to more become.
Yeah, no,
Finish it.
like in a couple seconds. I can't.
I'm good.
So now it's like the whole thing where I have to like invest out and figure it out, like you are when it comes to that, because it's second nature when I watch you do it. It's like
Unconsciously
competent.
Now that one is conscious competence still.
Yeah.
It still have to think about it.
Start thinking about it. Thank you.
Have a good one. I'll see you later. Bye.
Every scar earned, every win redefined. Unfiltered talk, real ones on the line. From the trenches to the boardroom, we built from the grind.